to explain that we are upset, that we feel, many of us in the room, that the poverty reduction strategy and these consultations are a charade, that we have been putting time and energy for many years into the poverty reduction strategy. The Liberal government isn't hearing us, and poverty is getting worse as the level of people attending food banks is increasing. We are upset, and we feel
I appreciate your comments, but can I make my opening comments, and you can make your comments as with everybody else in the room?
What we're concerned is that we aren't being heard.
But that's what we're here for, to hear your concerns.
Well, but the thing is that we keep hearing things, and Premier Wynne and Minister McMeekin have said they support a $100 increase to social assistance rates, yet, and they'd love to do it, but they're not willing to. We want to know who has the power. Are you interested in moving these issues ahead and actually listening to the voices of people who are concerned, because we really don't feel that the Liberal government has been doing that, and that we are seeing pragmatic change in welfare reform. And we demand that. That's what we're here to say. We have people from all across the city, from different walks in different spaces of communities, people in the front lines, people from faith communities. We're seeing numbers of people suffering increasing. This government has attacked poor people by cutting the community startup benefit. You haven't actually increased rates. You'll say that you increased rates by 16%, yet inflation is at a higher rate than that. And people are suffering. And we are sick of having a lot of lip service from the government, and we often feel that these consultations and the are more lip service. So
And I appreciate and this is exactly what this is about. It's about listening to all the voices. I've been to, I think this is my fourth consultation that I've been to. Other communities have appreciated us coming out to listen to all their concerns. I can tell you, you may not know my background. Before I was elected, I was the Executive Director of Employment and Social Services at the City of Windsor. I was part of Pathway to Potential, which is our poverty reduction strategy in Windsor. I was part of the local Immigration Planning Council. I was a founding member of Workforce Development. So these are issues that I'm very aware of. Okay, so our poverty reduction strategy over the last 5 years has made a difference. Is there more work to do? Absolutely there is. And I'm not going to deny that. And that's what we want to hear. What are the solutions? What's happening in our communities? What are those initiatives that we can either strengthen or work together on so that we can make a difference? The National Household Survey came out yesterday, as we know, and it does show that the province is actually a little bit below the national average. Now, that's not, I think that shows that many of our initiatives over the last number of years have helped. Does it show that we're done and there's nothing more to do? Absolutely not. But I think if we look at our Ontario Child Benefit and the number of children we've lifted out of poverty, the number of children that are receiving that benefit, the $3 billion we put into affordable housing over the last number of years, the student nutrition program, our children's mental health, our youth action plan, there is a lot happening, but this whole consultation, and again, I appreciate everybody coming out to spend some time with us, is really to hear those types of concerns. And I can say that we are listening, and we will go forward with the next strategy with what we've heard across the province.
But now you've heard our voices, and you've known that we've demanded a $100 immediate increase that was supported in the social assistance review, and then we know that will make some fundamental changes for people. And I'd like to know, think about your constituency in Windsor. How much are people suffering in Windsor right now?
You don't have to tell me about Windsor, because I live there very closely, so I don't need to, you don't need to point that out to me, quite frankly. But I can say in terms of the social assistance review, Minister McMeekin, as you know, is going through an implementation panel right now on the number of recommendations that came forward. And we recently implemented changes to the employment earnings. We've made changes to some of the other elements. The key elements we thought that we could implement immediately to provide some help. So to say that we're not doing anything, to say that this government does not care about poverty or about our communities or about our families, I feel is a bit disingenuous.
Okay, but
sorry. No, let her finish. I want to just make sure that we are able today to have time to hear from you, but also make sure that everybody else here has had an opportunity to get their thoughts out so that they can get taken away as well. Would you work with me to make sure that everyone in the room has a chance to get their thoughts out? Can we finish what, I know you've got a lot of points that you've written. Can we come back to those at the final full group discussion towards the end? And in the meantime, let the folks get started into their activities. Okay, I appreciate that. I'm just going to let Minister Cruz finish, and then I'm going to run this into
I have to submit one report.
I'm sorry, pardon?
I have to say one thing, please people, don't